For nearly 30 years, the Chrysler Group has been unable to persuade the Ford and GM faithful to jump ship. And without a compelling reason to do so, who could blame them? This time around, however, Chrysler may have found a magic formula to turn the tide. Short of stuffing the glove box full of $100 bills, Ram's plan to lure shoppers away from rival domestic brands largely boils down to exclusive powertrains and suspension systems. Unlike conventional leaf spring rear suspensions found in competitive offerings, the Ram 1500 features a multi-link coil spring rear suspension that absorbs rough pavement rather than deflecting it. In other words, the Ram 1500 rides more like a body-on-frame SUV than a traditional pickup. Ram is also the only brand to offer an active leveling 4-corner air suspension, though we did notice it produces some additional bounce on the highway. And whereas the F-150 and GM clones do a better job of suppressing road and wind noise, the Ram's cabin is still notably quieter than that of the Toyota Tundra. Motivation is provided by a standard 3.6-liter V6, 5.7-liter Hemi, or 3-liter turbo diesel V6 available in upper trim levels. While on paper the diesel mill is clearly the most efficient of the bunch, 27 mpg on the highway was the best we could muster in real-world conditions. Compare that to the 24.4 mpg we logged in our 3.6-liter tester, and the EcoDiesel's $4,200 premium and insatiable thirst for exhaust fluid make it a tough sell. Then again, those who regularly haul more than just air might find 420 pound-feet of torque worth the extra coin. Speaking of which, V6 and EcoDiesel models can tow up to 7,600 pounds and 9,000 pounds respectively, with Hemi V8s topping out at 10,450 pounds. Helpful hint, towing loads in excess of 6,000 pounds is best left to the diesel and V8. Every engine is paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission, though you can knock $1,800 off the price of a tradesman work truck by opting for the older and slightly less efficient 6-speed automatic. So, if diesel engines aren't your cup of tea and ride quality isn't a make or break issue, then perhaps you should buy a Ford. Or pay attention to the following. Every full-size truck can handle virtually anything you throw at it. So let's not pretend one brand of truck is more rugged than the next. Because in our opinion, the great differentiator between modern pickups comes down to the little things. And this is where the Ram stands out. Gear selector, soft touch points, ambient interior lighting, hidden storage nooks, and a digital instrument cluster chock full of every data point you can imagine are just a few examples of the Ram 1500's careful attention to detail. Really, the only oversight seems to be the lack of a damp tailgate. Feature omissions aside, the Ram wins us over once again with its bold yet cohesive design. The sheet metal has been sculpted to produce an SUV-like 0.36 coefficient of drag, while still projecting that macho appearance sought by core truck buyers. From appropriately sized fender flares to projector beam headlamps to a mountain of chrome that's likely visible from space, nothing feels out of place with the Ram's exterior design. Except that. For those who have trouble loading and unloading cargo, the optional air suspension features an access setting that drops ride height by 2 inches. Without it, however, stepping into the cargo bed can be a bit difficult for, well, me. Box sizes range from 5 foot 7 inches on crew cabs to 8 feet on standard cabs. A 6 foot 4 inch bed comes standard on quad cab models and is available as an option on crew cabs. Prices begin just north of $26,000 and top out right around $57,000 for Laramie Limited grades fitted with such premium goodies as heated and ventilated front seats, power folding mirrors, a 10-speaker audio system by Alpine, a spray-in bed liner, power adjustable pedals, and Uconnect access navigation with an 8.4-inch display and subscription-based safety telematics. Bare bones tradesman models notwithstanding, base standard cabs include fog lamps, 40-20-40 front bench seat, and a 6-speaker audio system with a USB port. The Ram Box cargo management system is also available for a paltry $1,300. though interested parties should know it eats up a significant amount of bed space. Lastly, stepping up to a larger cab size will set you back another $3,000 or so, meaning you can't take home a crew cab and it's more than 40 inches of rear legroom for less than $33,000. Before incentives and haggling, of course. Time will tell if Ram's recent product renaissance translates into actual market share gains in the most brand-biased segment in the industry. But regardless of what happens on the ground, the Ram 1500 proves it deserves to contend for the top spot on the shopping list of every full-size truck buyer.